Welcome back. PlayStation Portal. Who is it for? I have to admit that when this device launched, I really didn't have much interest to it. I really didn't understand what the use for it would have been. Because in its core, it is nothing more than a device that can mirror your PlayStation 5 to a smaller screen. But after the launch, it has evolved somewhat, so let's take a closer look. Now, as said, this can mirror your PlayStation 5 to this small device, and to do it, it is using the wireless network that you have at your home. So it's important that you have a good wireless connection. As for the audio, the device has two forward-facing speakers, and there is an headphone jack where you can connect your wired headphones. But as I understood, there is no possibility to use Bluetooth to connect the headphones. However, you can use wireless headphones that support PlayStation Link with the device. Just keep in mind that there aren't many devices that support that. I think it's time to unbox and then talk a little bit more about the device. Whoa. Empty. Also empty. This is the device and short manual. Oh, there's cable here. USB-C to USB-C. Quick instructions how to pair this. The device is surprisingly light. When I'm comparing this to things like the ROG Ally X or Steam Deck or Ioneo Air, what I tested was more lighter, but then again, the screen size there was 5 inches and this is 8 inches actually. Very sleek and very slim. I like the design and it's very lightweighted in your hands. On the top, there's the power button. I think that's the pairing, volume rocker. On the side, normal PlayStation controllers. Under device, it's the USB port for charging and then the headphone jack. Now the screen on this device is 8 inches and it's a Full HD panel that can do up to 60 Hz a second. For resolution, Full HD is quite enough for device this size. However, the panel is only LCD and I know that Sony is making really great OLED TV, so I kind of hope that this would have been an OLED panel. But then again, the price is a little bit cheaper. It's only about 199 euros at the moment, and the OLED panel is more expensive. So maybe they will make a Pro version later, which has better panel. Who knows? Okay, let's put up the PlayStation and let's pair this device to it. I have my console on Finnish, but let's do this in English. As every device these days, there's the firmware update. Surprisingly fast. Software update isn't as fast as the firmware update. Then again, you have to keep in mind that my internet connection is really not that fast, so it might be due to that my home network should be fast enough for the device. Overall, this took about 5 minutes to install the firmware and the software updates. The speakers are actually back here, which is kind of surprising, but when you put it in front of you, the sound comes kind of around the screen. So interesting choice, seems to be working. The controller feel is quite same on the buttons and with the sticks as it is with the standard controller. The sticks on the Portal are a bit smaller than they are on the PlayStation controller. Doesn't really affect the use experience, just good to notice. Okie dokie, I'll tell you what. I will be using this device for a few weeks now, and then I will get back to you with my comments on how I feel about it after that. But as before, for you the 2 weeks is done now. Okay, now the 1 month has passed and let me share my experiences. Even though I did criticize the panel not being an OLED panel, I still have to say that it is very good LCD panel. The color brightness and the sharpness of the screen are really good. As I did mention in the beginning, the device is very lightweighted and there aren't any coolers inside it, so it doesn't actually make any noise. The front keys and the sticks are quite identical when comparing to a normal PlayStation 5 controller. But I feel that the sticks have a little bit longer travel distance and in that way a little bit better control. Combining the feel and the lightweight, I often pick this up in my hand instead of the PlayStation 5 controller and turning on the TV. Overall, this device has evolved nicely from the launch. I would say 4 out of 5 stars. And as always, thank you for watching. Please comment below if you like this and if you wanna know something more about the Portal. Until next time.